has a lot to do with what happened to her. Everything that she's ever done to me or has ever done towards me. It came from knowing this one moment, and I've understood everything from her telling me about this one moment. And on my 18th birthday, I was doing really good for myself. Met a really good some really good foster parents. I lived with them for 8 years and just graduated from military school. And next thing you know, we're having a party and the family's over and I get a phone call. It's my biological mother. I'm thinking she's calling to, congratulate me for graduating from high school and military school. But boy, was I wrong. She called me and her first words was, "Hey, how are you?" Well, you're old enough now to know why I did everything I did to you. Why I don't like you. It's because of the fact that I'm your older sister. And I guess she finally worked up the courage to tell me that my grandfather, the man I thought was the best man in the world, he could do no wrong, was my father. And he had raped all 9 of his daughters. And one of them was unfortunate to get pregnant by her father. And here I am today. From there, she went on to tell me that I was, not meant to be here. Well, from her exact words, it was, "Now you understand why I hate your guts. Why every time I see you, you make me sick to my stomach. Why your own grandfather tried to bury you alive on your 6th birthday. Why I tried to shoot you. I tried to cut open your chest, and I also tried to stab you. Why I drove from Albany, New York, all the way to Georgia and abandoned you at a library in front of a big park. Why I didn't care that you were dead or alive." From there, I tried to keep self-control, and my foster parents, they were listening to the whole conversation on the other line because they were afraid something like that was going to happen. Because the thing is that my foster parents knew before I did. My caseworker knew. My judges knew. Everybody that was surrounding me knew. But nobody wanted to tell me because they were afraid that I was going to derail off of such a good track that I was on. I was doing really well for my life at that time. But I tried not to let it bother me too much. But for a while I lost who I was. I didn't know anymore. I was a stranger. I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. I hated my reflection. I still have problems to this day looking myself in the mirror. When I look at the scars on my body, I see, my mother's pain. And I felt like if she had not gone through what she went through, nothing would have happened to me, and I would have been okay. First encounter was after a kidnapping situation. It was weird because nobody knew, and I didn't feel comfortable telling anybody. The only person I did know was my mother. It was funny because after she abandoned me, she had came back to Georgia just to visit a friend, and it just so happens I had just escaped the kidnapping situation, and next thing you know, I go back to that same spot where she left me in. Coincidentally, she walks by and tells me, "You still here? And I thought you'd be dead by now." And she said, "Come here, boy." And for about 2 months, I seen her. We hung out. Nothing really changed. It was still the same thing. After she abandoned me the second time, when she left me in the apartment, the landlady came to collect the month's due. She only gave me $200, so I didn't know what to do. 'Cause I taught myself to live off of chili and crackers. So that's pretty much what I ate for 2 months. Then when the landlady came, I gave her $200 because that's all I had. That's all my mother left for me. And she was, "Where's your mom?" She left 2 months ago. And she started crying and she hugged me. And instead of running away from the police like I did last time, I just stayed because I didn't like feeling alone. It felt good actually having somebody care and hug me and cry for me. I felt like I wasn't alone. And from there, they put me in a place called Laurel Heights. Stayed there for about a week. And then out of different group homes and foster care. Some of them were bad, some of them were good. But the last one I went to, I stayed there for 8 years. And I had turned 13 by this time came. And these people were wonderful. They taught me everything I know now. Raised me to be the man I am today. And without them, I can only say I don't know where I would be. There's always someone that's working for you and trying their best to make sure that you get what you need and what every child craves for.